to the Director, PSC, and Chief Administrative Officer, Livestream. I am the Director of the Sincere Community organisation. I am the person of significant control and the Chief Administrative Officer. I'm Frank. You're watching me live. This is my live stream. I basically wanted to just say that obviously the collective management organisation of the brand community, that's an adult learning arts therapy company. We're private limited by shares, and I'm continuing my professional development. I'm looking to become a chartered project professional. For the rest of this year, I'm entitled to unlimited learning at Future Learn, which is part of the Open University where I'm doing my Open Masters. My Open Masters is a mixture of MSc, Bachelor of Arts, but an Open Masters. I have done formal learning and participation. I've done accredited learning. Obviously, I did like access to uni when I was 21, back in the 90s. I did social sciences, so I did like psychology, sociology, and mathematics. I've done like communication skills, learning stuff, modules, and that at college here in Bath, where my hometown, where I was born and raised in Somerset. I've also attended seminars and stuff. I've done bookkeeping and direct marketing, starting my own business. I've done stuff within the music industry and setting up my own music management and like business management stuff, music management, music business courses. I've also studied like journalism at Bath College, and I've done like IT stuff, Clate related stuff. I did back in the early 90s, before the internet and everything, before 95, like going back to 1991 and stuff like that. And I studied like a BTEC in like business and management at Bath College in the early 90s. And I trained to be a chef, done catering and hospitality, stuff like that. I've been a postman and that as well, been in lots of bands. I was not in the music, like the music band or the school band. I was not in a school band at school. I did arts, drama, and music, but I didn't study music in my GCSEs to be studying grade music, like music at grade level. I wasn't doing that. I was in a choir at school, in a school choir, stuff like that. But I only did like arts, design, technology, and crafts and stuff like that, as well as like drama. Obviously, I'm a protocol detox therapist as well, besides being like a rapper and a singer, musician and producer. I used to work at a recording studio when I was like 13 and 14, near Real World Studios, in Box, just down the road here. I was at Kosan. We used to like run around, take recording artists to the pub and that, and to lunch, do all their like administration stuff, their envelopes and letters and whatnot, stuff like that, make them comfortable, make them cups of tea and stuff and sandwiches, stuff like that. I'd also like run around with mic cables and DATs for like engineers and producers and stuff like that. I used to sell fudge and ice cream as well before I left school, from the age of 13 until I was like 15. And right, my detox protocol, it was like over 10 years ago. It was back in 2011 when I used to work for a local charity called Developing Health and Independence, and it's to do with vulnerable adults and young people in a way, and integrating them back into the community, society, and helping them develop their independence and helping them develop their health and independence, pardon me, so that they can be clean from alcohol. Drugs, for instance, maybe there's different issues. It's not always alcohol or drug related. It could do anything to do with social care kind of stuff and social services. I've studied like within my CPD, I studied like forensic psychology and social work. So, but I don't work for the district, local authority or government or anything. I've got my own business and I don't work at DHI anymore. Used to, I was overcommitted at the time and only voluntary anyway, and they helped fund some of my training and that. My org itself, going back to about 2015, it used to have a different address. It was just sincere.org.uk. Now it's sincerecommunity.org and that. So right at the moment, so within the SME of my small to medium enterprise and the fact that I'm still continuing my professional development, I'll be doing that for the rest of my life. And engaging at university, I'll be doing that for the rest of my life. And the chartered project professional stuff, I'm undergoing like training for the rest of this year. So like what I'm doing is project management and what's beyond the basics of project management. So I'm building upon my existing skills and that to enhance my project management professional like knowledge and skills and how to manage my team at the Sincere Community, which is like an unincorporated association. Like I've got more like just over 5 licenses within my team and that. There's about half a dozen of us really, but you know, like concentrating my focus on the kind of arts aspect of what we do within our adult learning arts therapy. Obviously we do arts, humanities and social sciences. A lot of that is mixed media and that of any combination sequence within all the publishing that we do. And to get to grips with how to run effective projects within our program, like professionally, and that whilst we're trying to get support for grant funding from the likes of the Arts Council England and that, and the National Lottery. I've got applications submitted already. I'm still waiting to hear. I have some like eligibility questionnaires to fill out, which I must do later today. In terms of the course that I've been doing, in the first week of becoming an effective project manager, I had a welcome course video that I had to like check out, refreshing myself with the project management knowledge. There was like a quiz, which I did, and then addressing the skills that I should have as a project manager and mastering those skills. That was by an article. And then that led into identifying the role of project management through the skills themselves by discussion. So this within the first week, which I have done, and speaking from experience, like there's also like a video and a way to understand the demands that are posed on the likes of a project manager, which is obviously myself and that, and whoever might lead a project within our program. So, which I would let someone do, albeit, you know, and they can apply for funding and stuff like that while they're at it, within what we do as an adult learning arts therapy organisation that publishes like mixed media on arts, humanities and social sciences. So then after that article, there's the opportunity to reflect on the skills that I've learned by means of another article. So that's all within the first week. Before I start to engage any more on like the likes of stakeholders, because obviously we're private limited by shares and stuff like that, and the kind of churn stakes that we're dealing with within the SME of my like company, we also get into things like the ethical aspects of like all the projects that we're capable of publishing and stuff like that, and the work that we do. And then literally at the end of the course, which is like be the third week, it's just checking that I actually know and understand in review of all the learning, what I've been learning. So that said, I've also got another course. It's with a university. It's via distance learning. It's with a university in Australia. Hopefully I'm going to get to do the course. I have added it and shown my interest. It's to do with poetry, because obviously I'm a spoken word poet, and that I have my own podcast and stuff for the spoken word poetry that I do. I'm actually on heavy rotation at the moment at a community arts website on the internet for the spoken word poetry that I do in my podcasts. What else? Hopefully we'll be sorting out a new license for my webcasting, which will be available to stream from the sincerecommunity.org, from the organisation website, and that there'll be highlights of it throughout my social media networking and stuff, where I have a public and private network of about 50,000 people, and that mainly here in England, with the emphasis on Somerset, where I'm from. I don't know what to say. I wanted to keep this video about 10 minutes. All the live streams that I do, there will be highlights available, which are about 5 minutes long from them. I'll be posting like live streams and that every week in respects of my learning and stuff, and what goes on, obviously, at the org, the applications that we put in for grant funding and stuff. So hopefully we can get my subscribers up as well. I want to get my subscribers up to like 1K, and that I don't feel particularly creative like in making and publishing live streams, particularly. It doesn't involve a lot of editing or anything like that. It doesn't involve really any editing other than the actual like post itself of publishing the live stream. So I don't feel particularly creative, but let's see what we can do. If I can get my subscribers up. I only have a small audience, pardon me, at YouTube, and I need a glass of water, and hopefully we get onto the right track for the rest of the year, into next year. Stay safe, stay well, don't have any accidents, don't do anything I wouldn't do, and if you got COVID or Omicron, then stay home, save lives, and thanks for watching. All right.